Hello. Welcome in. So wanted to, while I'm stuck in traffic, wanted to utilize this time to the best of my ability. Listening to podcasts is great, listening to audiobooks is great, but I had a conversation yesterday with a friend and potential new client. But it got me thinking about something that I think everybody kind of runs into as a business owner in today's world. We're all doing all the things to try and make ourselves known, make our businesses known, get new customers, clients, whatever you call them, and no one's really taking the time, or I should say, very few people are taking the time to see what's working and focus 100% on that. Just nail that. I'm not saying you have to stick with one thing forever, but when you're trying 14 different things and you're putting energy into those 14 different things, you're only going to make so much progress because you don't have enough to give in each area. And that's really what I was trying to help him understand. So he's a co-owner of a radio station that is internet-based. So it reaches pretty much everywhere in the world, but they focus a lot on local events. And, the ownership is kind of split between two different areas of the country. So they look at different ways to get in front of people and try and build their audience. And as I was talking with him, he mentioned all these things. There was about 9 different things that they were doing to promote and to help build their audience. And, I asked him what, if you know the numbers, great, but if you had to guess, what would you say is the number one promotional channel that you've utilized in the past year? What's the thing that you've done to get the most amount of new listeners? And he wasn't really sure. So, that was kind of a piece of homework to take away. But I have the same question for you guys. If you're doing a whole lot of stuff and seeing a little bit of traction and some slow growth, awesome. You figured out something. I don't know what that is. Maybe you don't know what that is. But what I need you to do, and what you need you to do, and what your business and your employees and your families need you to do, is to figure out what the number one way of attracting new customers, new clients, new listeners, in this my friend's case, figure out what that number one area is, and just take about 3 to 4 months and just go gangbusters into that area. Just 100% dive in and put all of your energy there. So if you've got team members that are handling that channel and that promotion or that marketing or that sales initiative, then great. Pull resources from other things that are not working, even if they're sort of working, like pull resources. You want to focus in on your number one area of success and only do that. So just give it 3 to 4 months, and I think you'll have some hesitation because you're going to pull resources away from other things to put into this, but that's a good thing. You should feel some tension there, and that's a good thing. But you got to push through it, and you got to really dedicate yourself to doing that. So, for example, for our business, we did do an annual, we do it quarterly, and we do it kind of monthly too, but we do audits of what promotional channels are working the best. We put an experiment together in 2017 that was testing a new channel. We were testing YouTube. We learned a lot about how to optimize for search and get organic traffic to the videos, as well as our traditional paid advertising to drive people there, and other networks that would drive people there to kind of build an audience. So, we did several months of videos and really optimized them for search around a single topic, and that topic was Facebook marketing, for your business, and we've been seeing the fruits of that labor for over a year, a year and a half at this point, and that's because we were able to go all in on that channel and really dive in and focus and I use the term focus a lot, but I mean it as an acronym. So follow one course until success. And it's been really, really powerful for us. So, a couple of years ago, we learned all about Facebook marketing and went heavy into that. Then we wanted to test some other channels as, Facebook was making some changes. We weren't really sure where it was going as a platform. So we didn't want to hedge our bets and put everything into one basket for the life of the business. You got to make sure that things are structured so that if one channel dies, you can still support yourself and So that's where we branched out and went into YouTube, and coupled with other marketing channels to support the efforts there. But the whole point of doing a thing, whatever that thing is that is the best that generates leads for you, is to build a system around it. So go full force into it. Figure out what's working on that promotional channel, figure out why it's working, and then build systems to support that so that when you do nail it successfully and you've gotten a steady source of leads or customers, conversions, whatever your success metric is that you're going for, once you've gotten that to a point where you're happy with it, automate it. And automation could be, here's the system I devised or we devised or your team devised. Here's the system. This is now your role. Hand it off to somebody, or if you can, use technology and software and tools to automate that. So that way you can then know, hey, this is going to work because we've set it up for success and we've proven the success track record there. It's going to work. We can set it and not really forget it, but set it and forget it, Then you can move on to the next promotional channel and do the same thing. Go full force into it, build the systems to support it, and then watch the success there, hand it off. That way you're still building multiple streams and focusing in on multiple streams of promotional and lead generation or conversions or listenership, whatever your success metric is. But you really need to focus in on that one area and just nail it. And then move on and nail it and move on and nail it. The whole time you're nailing it and building a system around it to support it, that way you can move on. This isn't ever going to be a thing that you'll never come back to these channels or never come back to these promotions, but it is something that you can find the success and the great success in, build the system, hand it off. And hand it off, like I said earlier, it can be delegation, it can be automation, but you want to make sure that you, as the business owner, are not having to do it. It can run without you, and ideally it can run without a teammate there to do the thing every day, because not all of this is going to be, even though it's revenue generating or at least lead generating, it doesn't necessarily need a person if it can be done technologically. So that way you're putting your people on the things that matter most, which in pretty much every business is customer relationships. So you gotta, people like the face-to-face. There's a reason why you need a one-on-one interaction at some point within the relationship. And that's what builds trust. It's what builds rapport. So if you can pull your people away from some of this tedious work, then you can really focus in on creating and fostering those relationships, so then you can get more value out of the customers while providing more value to them. That's pretty much it. I know I rambled on a little bit, but traffic opened up and so did my brain. So have a wonderful day, everybody. If you like this video, please like, comment. If you think it's going to be valuable for your tribe, please share it with your community. And if you're interested in learning more about how we help people focus, just hit me up in the comments. You can send me a private message, or you can just go over to getquirked.co. Couldn't afford the M. Too expensive, out of my budget years ago. And now I just gave up because it's a thing. It makes sense. So getquirked.co, and you can apply to join our brand new group coaching program. It's called the Ultimate Offer Blueprint. Or if you want to, if you've already got a successful offer and you want to just figure out how to scale it, then you can bring in our consulting team, and you can apply to join that consulting team as well. So just check it out. Again, it's getquirked.co. Look forward to hearing from you. Please leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this message. And if you guys are already focusing in on some certain areas, I would love to hear how that's going for you. Thanks a lot, everybody.